a song, ain't got no melody. How am I gonna sing it to my friends? I got a song, ain't got no melody. How am I gonna sing it to my friends? Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Yeah. Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Yeah. I got the story, ain't got no moral. Woo! Let the bad guy win every once in a while. I got a story, ain't got no moral. Let the bad guy win every once in a while. Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Will it fly circles? I forgot the words already this morning, yeah. Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky, yeah. Ooh, I gotta dance, I ain't got no steps. Woo. I'm gonna let the music move me around. I gotta dance, I ain't got no step. I let the music move me around. Ooh, will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Let's do it again. Well, will it go round in circles? Yeah. Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Yeah. Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Here we go now. Ooh. Hey, wow, look at this. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, we got a couple minutes. We're just gonna jam around here and just let y'all get settled. I'm vamping in G. Yeah, yeah.
Sing it, baby.
We're grooving on Sunday morning. Yeah, yeah, the unity groove on. We're grooving on Sunday morning. They got the unity groove on right now, you know. Ooh, grooving on Sunday morning.
Keep on grooving on Sunday morning.
Are we ready? Y'all ready? Okay, I got thumbs up out there, you guys.
You're always on.
Sherry, do you need me to do it? That should be on all. Button right up there and press it till the button. You gotta hit it. Hold it long time. Hold it a long time. There it is.
There it is.
That's it.
Did that work? Yeah! Okay. Well, now I'm inspired. I cannot tell you how excited I am today. for my Unity of the Oaks folks. I have so many surprises. My BFF just drove over from Pasadena, which was a big surprise. Liz Fernandez is in the house, and we have a special guest today. Harold Payne is here. You know, Harold is family to us at UOTO, and I don't know, a lot of you know who he is, and a lot of you saw him recently in his one-man show. Yes, Under the Radar, Over the Moon. Did it do it right? Yeah, okay, cool. So I want to tell you a couple things about him because some of you may not know all the amazing, talented aspects of Harold Payne. He's a multi-platinum songwriter, a TEDx speaker, and he's most recognized for his improvisations. You know, he's an improviser, and he's written songs for just about everybody, from Peter, Paul, and Mary to Snoop Dogg. Did you know that? No. Okay. The ones of us who saw his show actually remember some of this. But personally, I think his best accomplishment in the whole world is introducing me to Rick. Yes.
Yeah, I'll second that.
And another little factoid about Harold Payne, I know that's really a huge one, isn't it? Is that he's an icon of positive music. I think of him as the father of posi music. And as a matter of fact, his handle is Positive Payne. Did you know that? Oh, I like it. And we met working on a project here in Thousand Oaks at the Performing Arts Center called Contagious Optimism Live. And is that April? Oh, yes. My God. This is a wonderful day, folks. Okay, so, wow, I'm verklempt. So we met working at the Thousand Oaks Performing Arts Center, and the show we were doing, Contagious Optimism Live, Harold was the music director and was writing a song called Optimism is Contagious, which we've all heard, right? So he called me one night when I was at a spiritual education class, which is where I would spend my evenings in Thousand Oaks, and said, I want you to sing on the song. Would you come up to Valencia and record with me? And it was at his producer's house. Guess who that was? And so here's the most amazing synchronicity of all. When we planned this months ago that he would be here today, but Wednesday, when Summer and I were going over the order of service and we were going to pick the daily word, I looked at the daily word for today, and it was optimism. Can you believe that? Yes, we can all believe that. I mean, the amazing power of spirit. So, of course, we're going to do Optimism is Contagious, but first we're going to welcome each other. We're going to say hello, turn to your neighbor. If you don't know the person next to you, introduce yourself. And we're going to say hello to everyone online as we watch our video. Thanks for being here, everybody. You are the face. Was that good? I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Harold? You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of love. Yeah. Want to stand up and sing with us?
Optimism is contagious. Say it loud and sing it strong. Optimism is contagious. Pick it up and pass it on. Oh, hope is a place where one smiling face can make a difference. Where positive messages dance past the edges of doubt. It's a ripple, it's a rhythm, it's a movement, it's a beating of drums. Oh, and you can't help but move to its music when it comes. Optimism is contagious. Say it loud and sing it strong. Optimism is contagious. Pick it up and pass it on. Rocks can be smooth, and tides can be moved by the moon. Armies disarmed, and snakes simply charmed by a tune. It's a candle, it's a beacon, it's a comet, it's a consolation. Oh, let yourself go and bask in the glow of the illumination. Optimism is contagious. Say it loud and sing it strong. Optimism is contagious. Pick it up and pass it on. Oh, simply defined, it's a state of mind. Or do you want to stand in the dark? Or do you want to shine? Yeah. Optimism is contagious. Say it loud and sing it strong. Optimism is contagious. Pick it up and pass it on. One more time. Optimism is contagious. Say it loud and sing it strong. Optimism is contagious. Pick it up and pass it on. Pick it up and pass it on.
Pick it up and pass it on.
Pick it up and pass it on.
Pick it up and pass it on.
Pick it up and pass it on.
Pick it up and pass it on.
Pick it up and pass it on.
Pick it up and pass it on.
Pick it up and pass it on.
Thank you, Harold. Okay, so please join me in an opening prayer. You can just relax in your seats and gently close your eyes. Beloved mighty, I am Christ's presence. We thank you for a divinely guided service today. And we affirm that the message and the music shared with us will resonate and inspire us to the core. Inspire everyone who hears it, and we will receive, each one of us, just what we need to move one step closer in our connection to the divine. We thank you for the blessing of everyone present, and we thank you for this container of love, this heaven on earth that we call Unity of the Oaks. We know that everything that is shared today will serve in the releasing of all that is good. And we thank you for this sacred time together, for our fellowship, joy we share, and the love we have for one another. And for all of our many blessings, we are so grateful. And so it is. Amen.
There's a lot of situations that try to test our patience. We don't have to let them mess up our day, 'cause they're just little speed bumps on the road of life. Nothing's gonna rain on our parade. And if you wanna know the secret for getting things done with minimum headache and maximum fun, some simple advice: you got to treat people nice, and you'll always have a good outcome. Just supply a little Positivity, positivity, that's all you really need. A sunny disposition keeps shining unconditionally. So you're driving on the freeway and there's not a lot of leeway on the side, up ahead or behind. Seems like everybody's late for something, rockin', racing, honking, bumping, still not making good time. So instead of giving someone a piece of your mind, stop and let them in and flash the peace sign. And hold up 2 fingers instead of just one. And they'll do the same for you, son. Just apply a little positivity, positivity, that's all you really need. Good disposition keeps shining unconditionally. Oh yeah, and you find that the potential for joy is exponential. Imagine what this world could be with just a little more positivity, positivity, that's all we really need. So here's to all the people who fly like an eagle with just a smile and a good attitude, with their wings spread wide, raising everyone in sight, lifting our collective mood. And it's amazing how one person can somehow seem to light up a room, or sing a happy song, and make a flower start to bloom, or reach out to somebody who's feeling lost and all alone, and say some words of comfort to make them feel at home. All you need is just some positivity, positivity, that's all you really need. A sunny disposition keeps shining unconditionally. Oh yeah, and you find that the potential for joy is exponential. Imagine what this world could be with just a little more positivity, positivity, that's all you really need. Just a little more positivity, positivity, that's all we really need. That's all we really need. That's all we really need. Yeah. Thank you.
Wow. So is there a light on that microphone? Is it blue or red or nothing? Okay, I'll take it.
Unless it's me,
Yeah, nothing.
operator of the mic.
There we go. There you go.
That was really fabulous. Thank you. Good morning. I'm Gail. I'm one of the members of the Unity of the Oaks prayer team. I'll also be available to pray with you after the service. And now let's prepare for our time of meditation with the reading of the daily word. The daily word is optimism, June 2nd, 2024. The affirmation, optimism colors my world with love. And the reading, may you experience of the world, my experience of the world depends on the attitude I bring to it. When I hold positive thoughts and share love in my heart generously, the world becomes an inviting, friendly place. Optimism makes me a magnet for positive people, exciting opportunities, and serendipity of all kinds. It lifts my consciousness out of the mirror of worry, anxiety, and fear, and keeps me focused on the beauty of the earth. the goodness of the people, and the presence and power of God. When I perceive God in all kinds when I perceive God in the kind acts, selfless impulses, and loving service happening all around me, my optimism grows. I feel renewed and inspired as I focus on what is right and good in my life. In gratitude for the world's wonders, I grow in optimism. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. From Romans 12:21. Thank you. I'll hand this to you.
So this is our time of meditation, and we're going to do something just a little bit different. We're going to do a musical meditation since we have the awe-inspiring Harold Payne. So let's settle in and make sure that you can just get some comfortable space right where you are. Just move around a little bit until you can just settle right into your seat. Take a nice deep breath together. And as you breathe out, just close your eyes.
Breathe in, breathe out. Listen to your inner voice. Trust the voice inside. Breathe in, breathe out. Listen to your inner voice. Trust the voice inside.
Begin to feel any tension just melting away. Let it go. Any thoughts that come to mind, just allow them to drift off far into the distance. Allow your forehead to soften, your eyes to soften, your face muscles, your jaws, your shoulders and hands. Anything that you feel or see that is keeping you from feeling peaceful and calm, just gently release on the out breath.
Breathe in, breathe out. Listen to your inner voice. Trust the voice inside. Breathe in, breathe out. Listen. Trust the voice inside.
Now gently allow your attention to drop down into your heart space, the middle of your chest. Take a breath and allow yourself to sink into the feeling of love that is radiating from this space within you. And from this place of awareness, ask the voice inside if there is anything it wants to tell you, any step you need to take to connect more deeply to Spirit.
Breathe out. Listen. Trust the voice inside. Breathe. Listen to your inner voice. Trust the voice inside.
Simply allow yourself to remain in this peaceful space for a moment, listening to your inner voice, trusting your inner voice, and receiving the guidance it has for you. Keep breathing and simply allow. You don't have to figure anything out. Just listening is enough.
Listen to your voice. Trust the voice inside. Oh, breathe. Listen to your trust the voice inside.
We're going to begin to return our awareness to this sacred space, gently bringing the gifts we've received and leaving the door open to the guidance yet to reveal itself. You may want to wiggle your fingers or your toes and feel yourself returning to this now moment. When you are ready, just open your eyes.
Breathe.
Breathe in, breathe
Listen to your inner voice. Trust the voice inside. Living in the I don't know. Living in the I don't know. Exploring the mystery, going with the flow. Living in the I don't know. The art of uncertainty. It's a new paradigm. Leaving all our baggage, preconceived notions behind. At the edge of what is to be, stepping into the unknown, consciously and intentionally. Living in the I don't know. Living in the I don't know. Exploring the mystery and going with the flow. Living in the I don't know. I didn't write the second verse. I did that on purpose, hoping that some incredible ideas this Sunday might surface. Looking at your smiling faces, how could I not get inspired? I want to make sure I don't say anything off the wall and get you fired. Don't know. Living in the I don't know. Exploring the mystery and going with the flow. Living in the I don't know. We learn to lose our fear of the unknown. We are free to live in the present moment. Feel completely at home. Living in the I don't know. Loving it. Living in the I don't know. Exploring the mystery, going with the flow. Living in the I don't know. Let's break it down now. Living in the I don't know. And loving it. Living in the I don't know. I don't know. Ready? Living in the I don't know.
I think that was literally living in the I don't know. And isn't it amazing how beautiful that is? Living in the I don't know? Wow.
I don't know.
I don't know. So it was such a perfect song for what we're going to talk about today. This message was inspired by two things. One, knowing that I would have Harold Payne and his awe-inspiring catalog of music to pull from. And the second was Reverend Heidi's wonderful talk last week about blooming, which reminded us of the beauty of nature and how it is inherent in all of us to bloom and grow, right? So putting these two things together was really inspiring and really easy to do. And what came to mind was, in order to allow ourselves to open up from the budding stage of our consciousness to the flowering stage of our consciousness, all we have to do is take one step in the right direction. In any aspect, anything, we just take one step and the universe jumps in and lifts us farther. And that's how it works. The universe says, I gotcha. Just like Summer says to me when I call her in a panic about something that needs to be done. She says, I gotcha. Oof. Those words we can take with us and remember every day. The universe says, I gotcha. But you have to ask, and you have to take that step. You have to have that faith in action, that faith faculty. We have to massage that and make that give us inspiration to ask. It's that song that always comes to mind. Moses had to put his foot in the water. It's that same thing before he would part the sea, before God would part the sea. So that's one simple step forward. And then yesterday at lunch, Nicole says to me, according to Ed Hope, it's how you eat an elephant, one bite at a time. Thank you, Ed, for that wisdom. We have a lot of very wise and conscious folk in Unity of the Oaks. So now I'm going to take from all of you. But sometimes when we're trying to make these steps, take these steps, it might feel like a dark night of the soul. It might be scary. It might feel dark and confusing. We can be afraid of the unknown. Living in the I don't know is not really comfortable for most of us. We're creatures of habit. We have patterns. We have things that we just do all the time that we fall back on. So allowing ourselves to find the time to let go of those patterns and allow the new to enter our consciousness takes some practice. And this is evidenced in every part of nature. We can think of the chicken who's pecking its way out of the egg. That must have been dark and scary. The bud that's flowering, or the lily that comes up from the mud that's trying to find the sun. It happens all over nature, and it's taking what Reverend Heidi shared with us and adding some tools to how we can do that, how we can be the caterpillar that becomes the butterfly and do it gracefully and not be afraid of it. So maybe for me, I'm not crazy about, we know this cycle of death and rebirth is all over nature, but the words death and dying aren't really fun to say. So I like to change it to letting go to grow. There it is, letting go to grow. I like it. It doesn't sound quite as scary, but letting go can also seem scary. So we're going to work with some tools today on what we can let go of to help us in our path. And if we look at letting go as simply shifting the momentum of what is to the possibility of what could be by moving toward that possibility, even if we don't know what the outcome is. We just have to move into that. So letting go is ultimately an act of courage and an act of faith. So, next slide. How do we make courage and faith more possible? We can take one step in the right direction. And here are just a few ways that came to mind that we can do that. Look at her cute slide. Summer. Woohoo! All right. Number one, meditating, which we just did. Finding time to sit in the silence as a means to still and clear our mind. Because with a clear mind, we are less reactive, less assumptive, and we can create more flexibility for ourselves and capacity to let go. We can feel comfortable, more comfortable with the unknown. We can create an opportunity to direct our attention away from worry and anxiety and into new possibilities and connections, right? Number 2, seeing the universe as friendly. I love this one. It's one of the best ways to see the universe as friendly is to notice all the things that are right in your life, even if you make a list, the things that you're grateful for, the things that you contribute, the things that are blessings in your life. If this builds confidence in ourselves that we are inherently good and that everyone else is too, if we remember these things, that we are fundamentally good. And when you build that confidence in yourself, it's easier for you to let go of things and experience possibility. Let go of the things that don't serve you and experience new possibility. We can learn things when we know that there is a friendly universe, right? We're more willing. So slide number 3, we have to bring up Einstein, Albert Einstein. He asked us the question, the most important question facing humanity is the universe a friendly place? I want you to just think about that and ask yourself, if you feel that. I saw Tanae saying no. Think about this one. Einstein was asking us to examine our core beliefs. It was really important. He postulated that if people believe the universe is unfriendly, they will isolate themselves, build walls and weapons for protection. And even if people believe the universe is indifferent, then they believe in luck as their only ally, right? And we talked about that before. They lose agency and life is less meaningful. So people need to believe and know, not just believe, know the universe is friendly. And then they can use their natural resources, tools, and discoveries for the common good. Put that little chant in your head. I gotcha. Hear the universe saying it to you. I gotcha. And take that step and allow it to show you the truth. That's law in action. You take one step and you empower yourself to just fly. Miracles are created. So let's go back to the other slide. Slide seeking and expressing positive emotions is number 3. Seeking and expressing positive emotions or optimism is another way we let go of worry, anxiety, fear, all of those things. Because we replace that negative energy. We shift just the slightest bit. Positive emotions literally open people up to greater possibilities, new knowledge and skills, and new connections with others. As our daily word said, optimism makes me a magnet for positive people, exciting opportunities, and serendipity of all kinds. Just like getting that daily word. That was amazing serendipity of the universe, wasn't it? Number 4, using discernment and discipline. Yeah, we like those words, don't we? When responding to situations around you. The situations around you don't define you. It's how you respond and how you react. Over-identifying with others and situations makes it harder to let go and stand in your own space. When we succeed in stopping taking on the stress of the environment and the stress of others around us and separate ourselves from the pressures, we can realign with the truth and with God within, which is much more powerful than going down the rabbit hole with a friend who's in pain. If you can hold that space and realign with the truth, as all of our prayer chaplains practice and show us and demonstrate to us, those who can do this grow faster. And then finally, and this is a big one, surrendering, saving others. And these are just some of the ways. But this is a good one. People want to develop themselves and they want to self-direct. When we try to rescue and save others, we're really giving them the message that they need saving. We're not giving them the message that they have all they need already. And if you micromanage, others can't demonstrate their competence and they can't connect easily with you. Which reminds me of a story that Rick shared which is another amazing spirit orchestration. So this week, Rick's reading The Road Less Traveled by M. Scott Peck. And I don't know if any of you have read it. I read it. Yeah, it's so awesome. And he's sharing with me a story that he was very moved by, which was about dying to or letting go of aspects of our personality in order for other aspects to grow and bloom. It's almost like you can't get a new wardrobe if your closet is completely full and you've got no space for it. You know what I mean? You can't have things that you're not making room for in your life. It's a very simple energy balance. So, I think, for example, one of the things Rick shared with me was an infant has to let go of dependency on everyone in order to become a toddler. Every stage of our life, we let go of one aspect of ourselves to grow into the next aspect. It's just like the bud that's flowering. We are blossoming and flowering in every aspect of our life over and over and over again. And then the author wrote about a time when he wanted to teach his daughter the game of chess in order to have connection with her. So they sat down, and she was in high school, and they sat down to play this game of chess, and it was going well. But he was taking his time because he was a competitive guy, and he wanted to teach her how to really play this game that he loved and respected. And she started to get antsy and said, "Dad, I got to get up early for school tomorrow. Can you hurry your moves?" And he was like, "No, that's how you play chess. It's okay, relax, take your time, make your move. I'm going to take my time, make my move. This is what you do to play chess." Time goes on, and she's starting to get more stressed out. And finally, she asks him again, and he's resistant again. And she ends up the third time just getting up and saying, "I forfeit," and running up the stairs to bed crying. Because she felt the pressure. She had to be up in the morning and go to school and show up. And he sat there kind of dumbfounded and thinking, what did I do wrong? And he suddenly realized, I have to give up the need to win and replace it with the need to be a better parent. I have to let go of that to be better at parenting. Does that make sense? And he said, and when I did, when I let go of that, I didn't miss it at all. It was the easiest thing once I made the decision to do it. And that's just one example of things we do over and over and over. Thank you for, Rick brought that to me today, and it was really touching to him. And we don't miss these aspects of our personality when we lift them into something that's even more beautiful and more blossoming, just like the flower. Do you think the flower misses the bud? I don't think so. Sometimes we have to let go of an identity in order to engage new possibilities and connections. It's just as simple as that. So here's my question. Are you willing to surrender a well-worn pattern, a role, a set of beliefs or expectations, a feeling of safety or certainty in order to grow and blossom? Because as we know, even from our friend Gay Hendricks, when we don't listen to those nudges from the universe, when it's time to let go and it's time to move forward, the universe kind of does it for us. We will grow in consciousness, but we can make it easier by allowing and being willing. Do you see that? Do you feel that? Does that make sense to you? So number 5, one of my favorite writers, Joseph Campbell. He's a great anthropologist who studied heroes throughout our time. He said, you must give up the life you've planned in order to have the life that is waiting for you. I think that just says it. Quieting our mind, dropping our defenses, expressing positive emotions, depersonalizing and surrendering, saving others. They're just a few of the things we can do. They're just a few. So while I was researching these ideas and how we can take one step in the right direction, I got an education on a few things, so thank you for that. Did you know that in 1968, when Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated, and a month later, Senator John F. Kennedy was assassinated, in the same year, and this was a year of chaos and real unrest. We were in the Vietnam War. It was an uneasy time. We're familiar with this. But in the same year, in December, NASA's Apollo mission was orbiting the moon. And the astronauts were watching the Earth rise in the window. And they decided to read the first step in creation. And God said, "Let there be light." Genesis 1:3. And the reason this touched me when I was researching this so much is that it refers to the first step in the creation process. And there's 7 steps. And I think we're going to have to visit that soon, because Harold's song, "One Step," just inspired me. And I have a whole other message to share around it. So I love this idea that taking one little small step just releases so much energy and helps us move, catapults us so quickly into our next level of consciousness. And we can do that in so many ways. There are steps in prayer. There are steps in spiritual awakening. There are steps in creating and manifesting. And all of these things just take one little bit of effort, some simple effort, that we see the results very quickly. And we understand in unity that light is the intelligence that moves throughout all creation, through every atom. And in man, it is the awakening of consciousness, the awakening that brings us to our true divine nature. So having that part of Scripture read when we were first orbiting the moon, and the same year that we had all of this tragedy, is the way it works. It's just the way the flow of the universe works. And it isn't, we were talking about this at lunch, remembering that the infinity symbol does this never-ending up and down. And when we don't need to stay in one place all the time, and we don't need to beat ourselves up for not being in that place all the time, because the process is about discernment. And sometimes we need to experience things that give us choice to rise even farther. And things will show up. Keep asking those questions. Keep being willing to grow. Keep being willing to blossom and bud. I'm off topic as always. So, number 6 slide. The first step in creation is the awakening of man to spiritual consciousness, the dawning of light in his mind, his perception of truth through the quickening of his spirit. Light is wisdom, and the first day's work is the calling of light or wisdom into expression. That's from Mysteries of Genesis. In 1969, following that year that we were just talking about, everyone gathered around their television to watch the first man set foot on the moon. In just 1 year later. And I found this out. The Buzz Aldrin, who was the second person to step on the moon, what he did was intentionally and privately consume food and drink on the moon, bread and wine. He decided to take one small step in faith that became a leap in his sense of communion with the whole earth. Isn't that amazing? And when Neil Armstrong, the first person to actually walk on the moon, said those memorable words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," he was making us aware that this historic moment was a giant leap. An ancient proverb reminds us that a 1,000-mile journey begins with the first step. And this is how it works with spirit. When we take even the smallest step in the direction of right action, right thinking, the direction of love, by grace, our small step becomes a giant leap. So this got me thinking, and I started feeling inspired to write a few of these down. And I woke up even this morning, and after I wrote them down and gave them to Summer, Spirit said, they need to be affirmations, and we need to say them together. So on the way here, she and I were trying to rewrite them slightly so that they could be said out loud and we could say them together. Let's start with number 1. When I take one small step, can you read that? towards forgiveness. We're going to start with when I take one. Say it with me. When I take one small step towards forgiveness, it becomes one giant leap into healing. Number 2, when I take one small step in reconciling differences, it becomes one giant leap into a more unified world. Number 3, when I take one small step towards greater care for our earth, it becomes one giant leap towards cleaner air, water, and land. Number 4, when I take one small step of social outreach to those most in need, it becomes one giant leap in the vision of empowering humanity, ending hunger and homelessness. Number 5, let's get impassioned with these. When I take one small step towards serenity and freedom of my mind from strife, it becomes one giant leap into the peace for which we all long. Number 6, when I take one small step towards the awareness that that which is sought is already mine for the taking, it becomes one giant leap in the development of my faith faculty and the key to creating a dynamic life. Number 7, when I take one small step in seeking the kingdom of God, it becomes one giant leap in experiencing heaven on earth. And this last one was inspired by Harold Payne, if you were listening to the lyrics of Positivity. When I take one small step towards positivity, it becomes a giant leap in creating a world full of joy exponentially. Oh, I added a world. So let's circle back. We know that surrendering certainty can be uncomfortable, yet it's required for us to grow, for us to bud our consciousness. We have the choice to embrace the changes, enjoy the ride, be curious, live in the now moment, and trust the divine flow. We all seem to be wired to want to hold on to our patterns and our routines, but the shift comes when we're willing to trust and allow Spirit. It's just that simple. And we need to believe wholeheartedly that the universe has our back. We need to hear, I gotcha, all the time playing in the background of our life. And when we take one step in the right direction, we receive more than we could imagine, more than is imaginable. And that's what I'm leaving you with. I'm going to invite Harold Payne up to give you a brief introduction to why he wrote One Step. Thank you.
Well, actually, I was during a period of my musical career where I was kind of sitting in a cubicle writing songs for other people, and as amazing and fun and gratifying as that was, I felt I was kind of losing my singer-songwriter soul. So I decided to take a 2-week sojourn to this holistic health retreat where we fasted for 2 weeks. Actually, 10 days of it was water only. And you start hugging trees and having wild dreams. And I was sitting in a nutrition lecture in the back, and some guy said, hey, there's a guy from India talking about his walk around the world. So I went over there, and that step going over there led to me going on this international peace walk in India, which led to this song. I am a humble man from a village in India. I walk in the footsteps of those who've gone before. And this road I travel on will lift me up and make me strong. So when people ask me what this journey's for, I say, if I take one step in the right direction, if If I touch one heart along the way, if that one step chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. I get my inspiration, the word of the children, trying to teach myself. They already know. If I could show my fellow man what a child can understand, then the seeds that I have sown will surely grow. If I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, if that one step chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. I know no countries, I know no governments, I just know the people I've had the joy to meet. And the only flag I know is this peace banner that I show when you see me walking down the street. And if I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, if that one step chain reaction, my journey has not been in vain. If I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey had not been in vain. I got to say it again. If I take one step in the right direction, ooh, if I touch one heart along the way, if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain.
Woo! Give it up, give it up.
You have a mic on the chair back there.
We're just pausing in our steps. Okay. Now I hear it. All right. Hello, I'm Nicole, your board member of the day. Here is our mission, if you will read it with me. Unity of the Oaks is a loving, accepting, and heart-centered spiritual community here to be love in action, to encourage personal growth, awaken spiritual curiosity, and transform lives. If you would like to bless us with a love offering, we have several ways for you to give. In the seat in front of you are envelopes for cash or check. Make sure to include your name if you'd like a record of your donation. You'll also find our text to give information, and at any time you can visit our website to give. Thank you, Donna. If you've given electronically, please bless the basket, then pass it along. Donna's doing that now. Now let's take a moment to focus our attention on our giving heart. As we feel the abundance of receiving, we visualize the mission statement coming to life. Now please join me in the love offering blessing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust God. We are most grateful for all of your contributions to our community as we grow it with lots of events and classes, which is what Lana is going to tell you about.
Hello, it's been a busy week. Get your midweek meditation fix Wednesday night at 7 p.m. with Jack Lee, Rev Sherry, and Rick. By the way, if anyone is interested in leading a meditation evening, speak to Rev Sherry. Paint and Sip will be held on June 14th from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. Enjoy an evening of watercolor painting with Grace Hollow as she leads us in creating our own greeting cards. Tickets are Tickets are one for $20 and two for $30. Be sure to RSVP at least a week prior. When you select Give on Breeze, it will provide a drop-down menu where you can choose Paint and Sip. Rev Sherry James is a metaphysical Bible scholar and will be teaching a 4-week class on Thursday evenings, starting in July on Zoom. We have 5 people signed up already, so don't forget to reserve a space if you are interested in participating. Please sign up on the sheet at the back of the room. Our friends at the Big Oak Theater in Chatsworth are presenting a Lennon and McCartney show featuring hit songs by the Beatles. There's a flyer in the back with more information. Unity of the Oaks will receive a donation for each ticket purchased if you mention us when buying. Join Rev Blair Tabor and Meredith Tabor for 11 inspiring days in Italy from November 5th to 15th. You'll visit Venice, Florence, Assisi, Sorrento, and Rome. Check out the brochure in the back for more details. This information can always be found in the email newsletter we send out each week, so make sure you are signed up. And now, Rev Sherry.
Thank you, Lovey. So, first of all, we want to, I like that. I got a theme song too? So, we first want to thank Harold Payne for being with us today. Harold. Just gracing us with so much. We're so grateful. Thank you. And we are going to do his one-man show here. We were originally going to do it in July, but we decided it's a little too close to the one we just saw, so we're going to wait till maybe the fall. But we want to fill the place and do that. Yeah. Yes. So now I have a little invitation for our graduates. I'd really like you all to come up. I have something for you. Summer, Jaylene, Tanae, come on up here. Yay. Are we proud of them or what? They're taking one step in the right direction, a big step. There's Tanae's. We have a little certificate for you. We have one for you, Jaylene, and we have one for you, Summy. So high school is done. Moving on to college. Moving from middle school to high school, right? Same for you. Isn't that amazing? So I think Harold Payne and Rick are going to sing a little tiny bit of something for you.
We can reach up, we can reach out, we can show this world what we're all about. We can do anything we put our minds to. We can be anything we wanna be. Hey, we must believe we can share the dream. We can reach up, we can reach out, we can show this world what we're all about. We can do anything we put our minds to. We can be anything we wanna be. Hey, we must believe we can share the dream.
Reach up. Reach up. Yay! Thank you guys for not being too embarrassed to get up here. So we have one more thing to tell you about, and that's the tea party. There's a sign up in the back for the committee for the tea party. It's turning out to be a fabulous day. We're going to do all kinds of fun things. So anybody who's interested in helping us plan that and execute that, there's a sign up in the back, right, Jane? Another one that's more detailed next week. And we have decided to make this a fundraiser for the youth because over the summer, they're going to be attending Unity Worldwide Ministries International Unity of Youth Movement. Summer and Layla are both going. And then Layla and Lucia are going to the Unity Southwest Regional Summer Camp also. So we want to help support them in that effort. They're representing us, which is pretty great. So we're going to listen to one more thing. It's June birthday time. It's birthday time. Wow, this is a busy Sunday. We got birthdays. Grace Hollow, William Macris, Summer Nichols. Grace, your birthday is 2 days? Wow. Paula Lambert, Penny Atkinson, Wendy Yost. Happy June birthday, everybody. Do you want to do it quick? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Why don't you stand up, you guys? Happy birthday, June birthdays. Grace and Summer in the house. Happy birthday. And Jules. It's not you, okay. So after we have our prayer announcement, we will have fellowship. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Our prayer chaplain will be available to pray with you after the service, in the room to your immediate left. If you see that they are with someone, just leave your name on the Post-it note on the door, and they'll come find you shortly. We also have a prayer box in the back, or you can email your prayer request during the week to prayer@unityoftheoaks.org. All of the prayers that come into Unity of the Oaks receive 30 days of prayer. Thank you for joining us today.
All right, everybody stand up. Let's do the peace song. Here we go. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath, let this be to take each moment and live it in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. All right, let's say the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.